The purpose of this video is to give you an idea of how to use the equation that's given to you in the Ecology Lab. This equation allows you to determine a total estimate of your fish population in a lake. So I just want to give you an idea of how to understand what this formula is giving you. So let's say we have a bunch of fish, and each of these circles represents a fish, but there's going to be an indeterminate number of circles here. I know I've got a certain number of circles here and you think you could probably count them, but I want you to pretend that you have no idea of the number of fish or the number of circles in that pond, which is exactly the way it is in the Ecology Lab. So what do we do to determine it? Well, what we do is we go ahead and we capture 5 of these fish and we put marks on them. So what I've done is I've taken 5 of these fish and I've marked them with X's, and then I've thrown them back into the general population. So here's how it works. After a while I go back and I recapture 5 fish. Now it turned out here that I captured 5 fish. 4 of them didn't have marks and 1 of them did. What does that tell me? Well, it tells me I had a 1 in 5 chance of catching a marked fish. If I had a 1 in 5 chance of catching a marked fish, then that can tell me that my total number of fish must have been somewhere in the realm of 25. So the way that the equation works is M is the number of marked fish. So that's the number of fish you actually captured and marked. The little n here is the number of fish recaptured. In this case we captured a total of 5. And that's divided by R, which is the number of marked recaptured fish. So the number of recaptured fish that actually had marks on them. Now in the Ecology Lab we actually have numbers for these too. We have the number of marked fish, which was 100 because we captured 100 fish and then we marked 100 fish. So you already know that value right there. The number of fish recaptured, well again that's 100 as well because we actually got in and recaptured 100 fish. Now the number of those fish that were actually marked, the recaptured fish that were marked, that's in the data. You have to go find that. Then you can apply the same math as I applied down here. So if I caught 5 and 1 of them was marked, then that's 5 divided by 1, which is 5, multiplied by 5, which was the initial number of fish that were marked in the sample, and that would be 5 times 5, which is 25. You'll do a similar calculation up here once you find the number of marked recaptured fish in the data that you'll get in the lab.